Hi, welcome to another episode of TG School of Mathematics. Today we are going to discuss from the topic sequence and series, and this question is from November 2015, and this is a continuation of last classes. This is part 5 of sequence and series. So those who didn't watch the previous lessons 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, please watch that one, and this is a continuation of that one. Okay, and those who are watching my channel for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. If you like my channel, my lessons, please click the like button and share. Okay, so let's start. Question number 2, November 2015. The following geometric sequence is given: 10, 5, 2.5, 1.25, etc. So there is a geometric sequence given: 10, 5, 2.5, 1.25, etc. So it is given that this one is a geometric sequence. Okay. What is the first question? 2.1. Question number 2.1. Calculate the value of the fifth term of this sequence. So here we can see that this one is the first term T1, this is the second term T2, this is T3, and this is T4. Okay. So you have to find the fifth term. So since this one is given as a geometric sequence, you know that for a geometric sequence there is a common ratio. We denoted that common ratio with a small letter r. So how can you find the common ratio? Second term divided by first term. So what is the second term here? It is 5 divided by first term is 10. What is the answer for that one? 1 over 2. That means the common ratio here it is 1 over 2. Just check one more. T3 divided by third term divided by second term. What is the third term? 2.5 divided by second term is 5. So in that case also you can check in your calculator. You will get the answer as 1 over 2. So anyway, common ratio is 1 over 2. Okay. So now look at this example. Look at this sequence. 2, 4. This is a common sequence that you all of you know. This is a geometric sequence with a common ratio 2. Am I right? How do you get this 4? Here, common ratio. What is the common ratio? 4 divided by 2. That is 2. Or 8 divided by 4. That is 2. Okay. So the common ratio is 2. Okay? So how can you find this 4? 2 times this 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Next one, 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. So, in a geometry sequence, to get the next term, you have to multiply it with a common ratio. So, look at our example. In our question, what is the common ratio? It is 1 over 2. So, how can you find the fifth term? T5. Fifth term is fourth term, that is 1.25 times 2. So check in your calculator what is the answer for that one. 1.25 times 2. That is, not 2, I'm sorry. 1.25 times, what is the common ratio? It's not 2, it's 1 over 2. 1 over 2. So what is the answer? 0.12625. So the fifth term is 0.625. That is the fifth term. Let's go to the next question. The 2.2. Question number 2.2. What is question number 2.2? Determine nth term Tn in terms of n. You have to find the nth term. So, since this one is a geometric sequence, what is the general formula to find the nth term? Tn. Tn is equal to a into r raised to n minus 1. This is the formula to find the nth term of a geometric sequence. So, here, how can you write that one? Tn is equal to, what is a stands for? It's a first term. What is the first term here? It's 10. So it is 10 into r. You know that common ratio is 1 over 2. raised to n minus 1. So what is the nth term? Tn is equal to 10 into half raised to n minus 1. Now let's go to the next question. 2.3. Question number 2.3. What is question number 2.3? Explain why the infinite series 10 plus 5 plus 2.5 plus 1.25 plus etc. converges. So you have to, question number 2.3. Okay, let's erase this one. So what is that question? You have to explain why this series. So if you write as a series this one, that is 10 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2.5 plus 1.25 plus etc. And you have to explain why this series converges. What is your explanation? You know that this is a geometry series, and what is the condition to be a geometric series to be converging? If a geometric series converge means that the value of r is in between -1 and 1. So if a geometric series to be converged, it means that the value of r is in between -1 and 1. Okay. So here what is the value of r? Here we have r is equal to, we already got the answer. Okay. Anyway, you have to write one more time. Second term divided by first term. Second term divided by first term. That is what? 1 over 2. It implies that -1 less than 1 over 2 less than 1. So here you can see the value of r is in between -1 and 1. So what is your explanation here? R is equal to 1 over 2. It is in between -1 and 1, or any sentence that gives you this and this meaning. Okay, so the value of r here in this sequence is half, and that half, you know that it is in between -1 and 1. So that series converges. Okay, let's go to question number 2.4. Okay, so what is the next step? We have to simplify this one. Okay, so it implies that this one is 10 divided by half minus 10 into 1 minus 1 over 2 raised to n divided by half. Okay, so what is 10 divided by half? Check in your calculator. These two will go multiply with 10, or you can find the answer in your calculator, no problem. Then not equal to, sorry, it is minus 10 divided by half, there also it is 20. Check in your calculator please. 1 minus half raised to n. So now we have to expand the bracket, this one. Okay, so what is the 20 minus 20 into 1 minus 20 into 1, that is minus 20 into minus half raised to n. Minus into minus is plus, 20 into half raised to n. Look at this one. I expanded the bracket. Minus 20 into 1, that is minus 20. Minus 20 into minus half raised to n. So minus into minus is plus, 20 into half raised to n. So here plus 20 and minus 20 we can cancel. So what is that one? Remaining is 20 into half raised to n. So now we can see that the answer, do you remember the question was write the answer in terms of a b raised to n. So here we can see that the answer is in terms of a b raised to n. Okay, so this is the question. Sum to infinity s infinity minus sn implies, what is the formula to find the sum to infinity? that is a divided by 1 minus r minus, then what is the formula to find the sum of the first n terms? That one. Okay, then we substitute the values and simplify, and we got a 20 into half raised to n, and that's the answer. Okay. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Question number 2.5. Oh, sorry, there is not 2.5. So this is the last question of that question number 2. Now we are going to question number 3. Okay. What is question number 3? Consider the series Sn is equal to, there is a series given, Sn is equal to minus 3 plus 5 plus 13 plus 21 plus etc. So there is a series given like this. Okay, and you have to answer the following questions. 3.1, question number 3.1. Determine the general term of the series in the form tk is equal to bk plus c. You have to find the general term. So before you start working on that question, what type of sequence is this? Minus 3, 5, 13, 21. Is it a arithmetic or a geometric or a quadratic? Look at what. Second term minus first term. 5 minus minus 3. 5 minus minus 3. Minus minus means plus. So 5 plus 3, 8. What is 13 minus 5? That is also 8. What is 21 minus 13? That is also 8. That means you are getting a common difference. And what is that difference? D. What is that difference? 8. Okay. So it's like this. What is D? T2 minus T1. So what is T2? 5 minus minus 3. So minus minus is plus. 5 plus 3 is 8. Or T3 minus T2. There also, what is T3? 13 minus T2, that is 5. So there also you can see that the answer is 8. So it means that there is a common difference of 8. So which type of sequence is this? Arithmetic sequence. When there is a common difference, it's arithmetic. When there is a common ratio, it's a geometric. When the second difference are the same, then it is a quadratic. Okay. So this one, first difference are the same, or there is a common difference. So it is a arithmetic sequence. Now, what is the question there? Determine the general term of this series. So, what is the formula to find the general term of an arithmetic sequence? Tn. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula that you studied, okay, to find the general term of an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so Tn is equal to, what is a? Stands for first term. First term is minus 3 plus n minus 1 into d. What is d here? We got 8. So it is substitute 8. So it is Tn is equal to minus 3, expand the bracket, 8 into n, 8n. So plus 8n, 8 into minus 1, minus 8. So what is Tn now? Let's write this 8n first. Okay, so it is 8n minus 3 minus 8, that is minus 30. So this is the general term of this series. Okay, look at the question once more. Determine the general term of the series in the form of tk is equal to bk plus c. Okay, so here what is the general term? Tn is equal to 8n minus 30. Okay. Now let's go to next question, 3.2. Question number 3.2. Question number 3.2. So what is that question? Question number 3.2. Write Sn in sigma notation. You have to write this Sn in sigma notation. So how can you write? Once if you get the nth term or general term, it is very easy. Am I right? Okay. In sigma notation, Sn means that sum of the first n terms. So it means that the last term is n. So let me write sigma k is equal to 1 to, what is the last term? Sn. Sn means sum of the first n terms. So the last term is n. Okay. Then what you have to write? You just write the general term. What is the general term we got? 8n minus 30. So only difference is here you have to write 8k minus 13 because here you took the value of k as 1 to n. So here you have to write 8k minus 30. Then only you can substitute k as 1, k as 2, k as 3, k as 4, etc. up to k as n. Okay. So when you substitute n, it is 8n minus 30. Okay. So this is the sigma notation. So how can you write a series in sigma notation? First you find the nth term or general term. Okay. Then you have to check k is equal to from which number to which number according to the question. Okay. Then you write the general term. Okay. If it is a geometry series, which formula you have to apply? Tn is equal to a into r raised to n minus 1. If it is a geometry series, then you have to find this one. Then write it here. Okay. So this is the answer for this question. Okay. So that is question number 3.2. Now let's go to question number 3.3. Question number 3.3. Show that Sn is equal to 4n square minus S7n. You have to show that Sn is equal to that 4n square minus 7n. What is this? Sn means sum of the first n terms. Okay. What type of sequence is this? You know that this is an arithmetic sequence. So what is the formula to find the Sn? Formula is n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula to find the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence. Let me ask one thing. What is the formula to find the sum of the first n terms of an geometry sequence? Not related to this one, I am just asking. Okay? So a into 1 minus r raised to n divided by 1 minus r. Or it's the same thing, this one. You can write like this also, r raised to n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. Both are the same thing. Okay? Just to take a minus on both sides, numerator and denominator common factor, then you will get this one. Okay. So anyway, this is the formula to find the sum of the n terms of a geometric sequence. Okay. But in our question, this one is given one is a arithmetic sequence. So that is the formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So here just substitute the values that we know. Sn is equal to n over 2 into 2a. 2 into, what is a? First term. What is the first term? Minus 3 plus n minus 1 into d. What is the common difference? Do you remember first question? It was 8. Okay. 5 minus 3, 13 minus 5. You remember that one? Okay. So the common difference is 8. So now we have to simplify this one. So Sn is equal to n over 2 into 2 into minus 3. That is minus 6. Now you have to expand this one. Plus 8 into n is 8n. 8 into minus 1 is minus 8. So now Sn is equal to n over 2 into 8n minus 6 minus 8. What is answer? Minus 40. Minus 6 minus 8 is minus 40. Okay, so now expand the bracket. Sn is equal to 8n into n by 2 or n by 2 into 8n minus n by 2 into 40. So you can see these 2 and this 8 cancel. So remaining is 4. So what is remaining here? 4n into n. That is 4n square. Minus here this 2 and 14 cancel, here it is 7. Okay, so 7 into n is minus 7n. So now we can see that, look at the question once more. 3.3. Show that Sn is equal to 4n squared minus 7n. So we got the answer. Alright. Okay. So that is question number 3.3. So next one is question number 3.4. Question number 3.4, another sequence is defined as Q1 is equal to minus 6, Q2 is equal to minus 6 plus, minus 3. This is minus 3. Q3 is equal to minus 6 minus 3 plus 5. Q4 is equal to minus 6 minus 3 plus 5 plus 13. Q5 is equal to minus 6 minus 3 plus 5 plus 13. Is it not minus 13? Okay, both are plus 21. So look at this one, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5. Okay. Now what is the first question? 3.4.1. Question number 3.4.1. What is the question? Write down a numerical expression for Q6. You have to write a numerical expression for Q6 like this. This is Q1, this is Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5. Then you have to write what is Q6. Okay. So how can you find that one? So now look at this one. What is the difference here on this one? What is the difference here? Minus 6 minus 3 minus 6. So here the difference is minus 3 plus 6 and the answer is 3. So here the difference is 3. Okay, let me write with another color. Minus 3 minus 6. That means here the difference is 3. 5 minus 3. That is 8. 13 minus 5, that is also 8. 21 minus 13, that is also 8. Now look at the difference here. Only the first one is 3. Difference is 3, and the remaining common, it's like a common difference. Right? Okay. So next one is also supposed to be 8. Okay. Only the first difference is something different. It's 3. Okay. But after that is the same common. It's the same question, the previous one. Okay. So common difference. So how can you find the next term? Look at this. 5 plus 8, 13. 13 plus 8, 21. So what is the next term? This 21 plus 8. That means here it is 29. Supposed to be 29. So now how can you write? What is our question? You have to write an expression, numerical expression for Q6. So how can you write numerical expression? Q6 is equal to, all the others are saying minus 6 minus 3 plus 5 plus 13 plus 21, and the next term is 21 plus 8, that means 29. So that is question number 3.4.1. Now next question number 3.4.2. Question number 3.4.2. What is that question? Calculate the value of Q129. You have to find what is Q129. Okay, so you have to find Q129. Actually, what is this Q129? Look at this Q5. What is Q5? Minus 6 minus 3 plus 5 plus 3, 13 plus 21. That means Q5 means the sum of the first 5 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is Q5. What is Q4? Q4 means the sum of the first 4 terms. Am I right? Minus 6, minus 3, 5, 13. So Q4 is the sum of the 4 terms, first 4 terms. Q3 is sum of the first 3 terms. Q2 is sum of the first 2 terms, like that. Okay. So what about Q? Look at this one, Q6. Q6 is the sum of the first 6 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You understand? Okay. So what about this Q129? Q129 is the sum of the first 129 terms. Okay. But we are not familiar with this Q. we know to find sum it's a capital letter S. Am I right? Okay. So instead of this Q, I am going to write S129. It is not compulsory that you have to write S129. Okay. But just we are familiar with this capital S to find the sum. Okay. So this Q129 is the same as S129. Okay. Now leave this one for a while. Okay. Now look at the beginning of that question. Look at that question number 3, how it started. Consider the series Sn is equal to. So look at that series given. At the beginning of this question, Sn is equal to minus 3 plus 5 plus 13 plus 21 plus etc. That is the sequence given. Sn is equal to minus 3 plus 5 plus 13 plus 21 plus etc. Okay. So now look at question number 3.3, the one that we did previous question. Show that Sn is equal to 4n square minus 7n. So question number 3.3, we showed that Sn is equal to 4n square minus 7n. So it means that this is Sn minus 3 plus 5 plus n, and we got an expression for that Sn. What is that one? Sn is equal to 4n square minus 7n. So what is that one? For this sequence, if you want to find the sum of the first two terms, you have to substitute the value of n as 2. In this sequence, if you want to find the sum of the first 5 terms, you have to find substitute the value of n as 5. That means 4 into 5 square minus 7 into 5. So if you want to find the sum of the 20 terms, what you have to do in this sequence? Okay, in this sequence, if you want to find the sum of the 20 terms, S20 is equal to, substitute n is equal to 20. So it is 4 into 20 square minus 7 into 20, like that. Okay. Now look at our Q6 or a Q5 or whatever may be. Okay. So look at this Q6. Actually, what is this Q6? Did you understand something there? Look at this one. This, apart from this minus 6, leave that minus 6 on one side. Okay. Look at the remaining terms. What is this one? What is this one? Minus 3 plus 5 plus 13 plus 21 plus 29 plus etc. So is it not that same this Sn? Okay, this minus 3 plus 5 plus 13, minus 3 plus 5 plus 13. Okay, so it means that this minus 6, if you leave this minus 6, then the remaining is the same as Sn, and we know an expression for this Sn, that is this 4n square minus 7n. Okay, once more, leave this minus 6, this one is our Sn. Okay, and we already know an expression for Sn, 4n square minus 7n. Okay, so what I am going to do now, look at very carefully. Q129, I told you that's the same as S129, sum of the first 129 terms. Okay, so this 129 I am going to write like this: sum of the first term plus sum of the remaining 128 terms. This we have to find the sum of the first 129 terms. Okay, so I split it like this: sum of the first term, or sum of the first term means it's the first term itself, there is nothing to add. Okay, so that first term plus sum of the remaining 128 terms. Okay, so now what is the first term? We know what is the first term. Sum of the first term is the same as first term. What is the first term? That is minus 6. So it is minus 6 plus sum of the first 128 terms of which sequence or which series? This series. We already have an expression for to find the sum of the series. 4n square is equal minus 7n. Okay, so now sum of the first 128 terms means that we can write this expression and substitute the value of n as 128, because that is the expression that we got in the previous question to find the sum of this sequence or series. Okay, so we have to find the sum of 128 terms. So what we can do, we can substitute the value of n as 128 in this one. So look at this one, 4 into n square. What is our n? 128 square minus 7 into n. What is our n? We have to find the sum of the first 128 terms. Okay, so how do you get this one? We know that this series is the same as our Sn. Okay, and we have an expression for that one. So if you want to find the sum of the first 128 terms, you have to substitute the value of n as 128. Okay, so that is this one. So now you can use your calculator to find the answer of that one. Okay, so in your calculator you will get 64,634. that is the answer. Okay, so this is question number 3.4.2. so that's the end of this chapter, this lesson. Next we are going to continue sequence and series, that is part 6. So watch from part 1 to part 5, then watch the next lesson. Okay, so guys, hope you enjoy my class, and keep on watching. And those who are, if you like my lessons, please don't forget to click the like button and share, and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you very much. See you on the next class.